Good morning, wooden boat lovers. It's Rob Atfield reporting for Port Carling Boats. It's Friday, March 14th, 2013. We're at the workshop home of Peter Breen and his staff. Peter's been in the wooden boat restoration building business for quite a period of time now, and looks like one of his before projects here with an elderly couple. Probably a little worse for wear. Yes, I think they're a little on the quiet side. We'll just leave them to enjoy the rest of the winter. Let's go inside and see what Peter's working on. Here we are inside Peter's shop, viewers, and Jeff Breen, Peter's son, has been working on this quite amazing historic motor launch, and Jeff's going to tell us a little bit about it.
So yeah, this is a turn of the century naphtha launch, we believe. They're built near New York, around turn of the century by a gas engine and power company. You can see like that's how it looked when we got it. So pretty intact wreck. Like we were able to save all the sides. Obviously, it got new ribs, new bottom, and then the decks had to be replaced, and all the interior. You can see it's got kind of the original era engine. It's I think 1905, early gas, one cylinder.
So that is a naphtha gas engine?
No. Like half of these boats were gas and half were naphtha.
I see.
So it's not really sure what it was powered with originally, but they were kind of famous for their naphtha launches. So
right.
And you can see all the interior. We do like as was done back then, all the original paneling.
Beautiful.
Everything's done exactly how they would have done it in the turn of the century.
Beautiful. It almost looks like an oak, but I guess it's not oak.
No, it's all oak.
Oh, it is oak.
Yeah, this is all oak, and then the decks are mahogany.
Okay.
Kind of bordered in oak covering boards.
You've done a beautiful work on it. Is it, and do you use epoxies at all, or preservatives like S1, S2, or 5200 on these boats?
No, we use epoxy for all our all the joints inside where they go together, and then like inside the hulls are all sealed with epoxy, and then like the decks and everything are like 10 to 12 coats of varnish.
Wow.
It's all Epiphanes varnish. So yeah, we seal with epoxy, and then all the things you see are varnished.
Wow. Fabulous job. When do you expect you'll be finished?
Easily for the spring. I started like a year and a half ago, so now I'm kind of splitting my time up on another boat, so we'll finish it just nicely for spring.
Well, it's a masterpiece. Congratulations. You've certainly saved a piece of history.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we are in a different room in Peter's shop, viewers, with Peter to talk about quite a spectacular boat that he's been working on.
This is a 1905 Dan Kidney launch. He was the big ditch burn builder from northern Wisconsin. So this is actually a Canadian boat, spent his whole life in Canada.
Wow.
Most of his boats went to the North Shore, Lake Superior, Lakehead, up in Menaki, up all through that area.
Okay.
So this boat spent its entire life in the camp in northern Ontario.
Wow.
It was early gas, always powered with gas. It had several engines in it. Had a Toronto Junction engine originally, a twin cylinder. So it's totally original, sides, cabin, roof, everything. We had to put a new bottom in it. It's a steam bent boat, so all the ribs are new. So
Okay.
it's solid and sound. It was just getting too mushy and old.
Right.
It never was a derelict boat. It was kept up and run and used most of its life.
Wow. And this is a 32 footer?
36.
36 footer.
36 foot by 9 foot beam.
Wow.
It's a big boat.
Good wide
Huge
beam.
boat for 1905. That's pretty mean water, Lake Superior.
Yes, for sure.
Lake of the Woods, it's very big.
Yeah.
A lot of his boats went to Lake of the Woods. You can see it's just a standard glass cabin launch with a big seats all around. That's all the original ceiling, all back in. We had to put a new floor in it when we did the bottom.
Right.
And the seats are all rebuilt. Everything else you see is the original piece of wood.
Wow.
Through the entire boat.
Yeah, the engine's not original, of course.
No, that was repowered in the 70s, and it's a great little engine, works great, so the customer loves it.
Good.
Anthony's sanding away inside there. This is his boat. He laid the keel and did the bottom, bent all the ribs.
Wow. Huge job.
So this will go this spring. This will be gone in June, early June.
Wow. Another magnificent piece of work. What would this weigh, Peter? Any idea?
About 6,900 pounds
Okay.
when we picked it up.
Wow. And that's what, a 6-cylinder engine on the...
Four-cylinder.
Four-cylinder.
Four-cylinder Ford overhead valve.
Okay.
Quite a modern, but for a little putt-putt, slow-moving boat, it works
Yes,
well.
sure.
The customer loves it. It's small. It doesn't take up much space. So we just leave it in. It's a great power.
Great. Super boat. Thank you. Here again is Peter with the Volkswagen engine viewers. No, just kidding.
This is a World War I V-12 Liberty aircraft engine. Capital converter. The capital conversion system was made during the war to power the same engine went to landing craft, and barges, and different boats.
Wow.
So this is an original wartime Liberty. After the war, some of the boat guys, like Garwood, bought a lot of them, and they converted them and sold them in big high-powered boats. This is the last of the 33-foot baby gunners.
Oh, wow.
It's the only one that's totally original and still running with its original engine.
Wow.
So this is the original engine that we took out of the boat. It was still in the boat,
Right.
all rebuilt. We're just getting it all trimmed up now, and
Wow.
it's been dry fitted, and now we're doing the last fitting and putting all the original exhaust pipes and everything on it.
Peter,
That's
the
a
paint...
totally rebuilt boat. Everything you see, the only wood we changed in the boat was the covering board.
Wow.
Everything else is rebuilt. There's lots of Dutchmen, lots of
Wow.
patches,
So you were able to use the original planking?
everything. The
Wow.
only floorboard
Even
we had
on
to
the-
change, with the middle floorboard we had to reproduce. The other, it was so oil soaked we couldn't use it.
Sure.
The other two we used. All the seats are original.
Wow.
We'll show you that in the back room. They're just in the varnish room.
Yeah. Well, it's coming along beautifully.
So the decks are all, well, we didn't even prepare for you or anything, but it's just curing up. We're ready to install the deck grout next.
Okay.
One more coat of varnish. We start next week, and the grout goes in.
Right. And what kind of grout do you use? I'm
We
curious.
use the same stuff they used in the turn of the century window putty.
Oh, window putty.
Same
Okay.
glazing putty they glaze the windows with.
That's better than something like a Sikaflex?
We don't do anything new and modern here.
Okay.
Window putty's been used for 100 years.
Yes.
If you do it right,
Yes.
it'll work forever.
Right. Yes.
If you use these new Sikaflexes and things, nobody knows how long they're going to last. So we don't do it that way. We do it the way the
Sure.
proven way.
Sure.
We
Makes
have
sense.
boats out there that are 25, 30 years old.
Right.
They're as perfect as the day they left the shop.
Right.
So what we do is we do it the same way they did it. There's no laminates, veneers, glues, West system, nothing in any of our boats.
Okay.
Our boats are made of entirely new wood, solid wood, no veneers.
Yeah.
We seal the bottoms in and out under the water line with epoxy, so they can go in boat lifts and they
Right.
don't leak.
Right.
But it's not a plywood bottom, it's not a laminate bottom, it's the real bottom the boat came with.
Okay.
And everything else is oil-based paints, the same as they used.
Okay.
That is red lead color. They use what they call a red lead primer,
Right.
and it was like creosote on a barn.
Okay. Now, does this new paint still have lead in it?
This is not real red lead paint. Red lead
Okay.
paint was toxic.
Yes.
The lead in it killed anything that came near it.
Yes.
This is the same color,
Okay.
so it's the red lead color.
Does it have any protective qualities in it, Peter?
No, because this is sealed behind.
I see. Yes. It doesn't need it. Yeah.
It doesn't need it. It's above
Of course.
under the water. It's just a new bottom seal with epoxy.
Right.
Everything you see that's orange is the old wood that we've just cleaned up, freshened up, and put a couple coats of red lead on it.
Sure.
The transmission, everything goes right back in. The engine, it's all been dry fitted. So this will be the most authentic.
Yes.
I think there's 6 or 7 baby cars in the world. This thing will be 95% original.
Wow. And the engine horsepower of the Liberty is about,
They were just over 500.
500,
They dynoed
okay.
up over 500, they went in an airplane.
right?
If they dynoed under 400, they were considered a little bit less inferior and went in a tanker truck.
Oh,
That was their quality control.
right. And so this will, what would the
This-
top speed on this be, do you think, when it goes back in the
These
water?
ran well into the 40s.
Wow.
They were fast.
So yes, yeah. Certainly got a good length of hull to work with.
I believe they ran somewhere in the 45, 46, 47 mile an hour.
Okay. Thank you. That's an amazing, amazing boat and a huge project as well. Viewers, these are the seats from the Garwood. And Peter, you were going to mention something about these seats, I believe.
This is all the original loose pieces that go in the two cockpits. And this is why they stamped numbers on boats, the early Ditchburns and Minettes. They never numbered the boat. The only number they numbered in a Ditchburn or Minette was the part. because they got lost in the marsh and didn't know what boat it was for.
Oh, of course.
Nobody was worried about a boat being stolen. People kind of get it all mixed up today. So these are the original. They're all, you can see this is and it's marked in Roman numerals, XXV1. It's number 26. It's a 1926,
Wow.
33-foot baby guard.
Yes.
The last one in existence. So these are all the original pieces, and then as Adam's got the floor all re-screwed back in after the new bottom, he's rebuilt all these pieces.
Wow.
Now he does all these, puts all these away, and he'll start on the next batch.
Wow.
There's hundreds and hundreds of parts for each boat,
Yes.
and everything has to be done in the right order. So when these all go back in the boat, what they did, they put loose cushions on top. The seat backs are actually upholstered to the original back, and the cushion base is a loose cushion with a canvas backing.
Goodness sake.
So yeah, this is a pretty fabulous project to be involved with. You don't get many boats that. It was in a boathouse for one owner, same boathouse for its entire life, never left the boathouse.
Wow.
On the Marine Railway, just south of New York City.
Wow.
So you don't find many boats. It was pretty rough, but there was still varnish on it.
Yes.
The engine was still in it. It
Yeah.
was still operational.
Wow. So for a boat of that vintage, it's pretty exceptional to have all
Very
these
rare to
bits.
find. There was nothing missing, not a cleat,
Yeah.
not a screw. They'd altered some stuff over the years because they kept the Liberty running. The oil tank rusted through, so it was running on a 5-gallon pail. They'd done many alterations through the years to keep the boat operational. So there's lots of little extra switches and buttons and things that got added, and fuel tanks that got added here and there when the original one got dirty.
Right.
But no, the boat was totally complete. And
Wow.
what you got to do now is go through it all, fix up all the things that people did wrong for 60 or 70 years to keep it running.
Yes, right. Amazing.